last year was the Big Ten Freshman of the Year and won the Big Ten title. The last guy to do that was Tommy Rollins, and he's given Logie Bear, which might be my favorite Twitter handle of any wrestler, and Hunter a little bit of Buckeye Nation love going into this matchup.
That small town kid's pride. They're from Monroeville. They're the pride of Monroeville, Ohio.
Were they Rovers? I think isn't that the high school name? Hunter Stieber and Mitchell Port on one, and then Oogie Kishignum out of the Citadel, a redshirt freshman, taking on the 2-seed Kendrick Maple, the Midlands champ and the Big 12 champ. His second All-American nod. Oogie is the first Citadel All-American since Dan Thompson in 2006. They're the only two ever All-Americans at the Citadel. Oogie has gone farther than any other Citadel wrestler in history. He's the first ever semifinalist. And he has a very tough task taking on undefeated Kendrick Maple. They're in the bottom right of your screen. Mitchell Port, Hunter Stieber, upper left of your screen. And Port, the aggressor early on Hunter Stieber, upper left corner.
Port really did a nice job getting it on the leg, bringing it up to the treetop finish, but Hunter's trying to get off the mat and keep him from scoring.
Doing his Port there, really being smart, just taking his time. He's got that leg, there's plenty of time on the clock. Slowly dragging Stieber back onto the mat to try to finish that takedown.
Mitchell Port 0-2 lifetime against Hunter Stieber. His first All-American nod was a win shy last year for Tim Flynn's team.
And he gets both ankles, and that's two.
Quick 2-point takedown. He's got the early lead, a minute plus in.
Great execution by Port as Hunter Stieber was going out of bounds, but Port found the extra ankle, got both of them, and got the 2-point takedown.
Bottom right of your screen. This is going to be very entertaining to watch. Kendrick Maple is a hammer on top, and Oogie's teammates say that you can't keep him down when he's on the bottom. Maple does get a takedown. He's got the 2-0 lead.
Well, I might not be able to keep him down, but Kendrick Maple,
if anybody can, right?
Because he is a hammer on top. He's got that long reach, and he does a great job of setting up a number of pinning combinations.
So he was able to hold on to Oogie as he tried to get out of bounds. We've seen too many slip-ups on the edge of the mat over the course of this tournament where guys just slip up for that split second right before an out-of-bounds call. Maple was able to hold on. Upper left, good first period for Mitchell Port. Good riding time plus the 2-point takedown on Hunter Stieber.
Port up there, he's doing a nice solid ride. He doesn't look like he's really trying to attempt much tilt, trying to break Stieber down to his belly. He's just clamping on, just keeping that spiral, just really draining down the clock and getting that riding point.
He will get the escape point. Stieber, he cuts the lead in half. Maple trying to keep control of Oogie's wrists, bottom right.
Well, Maple comes on to the right side, immediately goes to the wrist, and then hovers over, jumps to the other side with the claw, and he goes back and forth, hovering over, keeping his weight on top of Oogie, and just a tremendous ride sequence for Maple.
A fourth-place finish last year for Kendrick. And Oogie nearly got the escape point there, too. Officials say that Maple still had control. They're out of bounds and still a 2-0 lead for Kendrick. Hunter Stieber jumps back in front in the upper left at the end of the first period. 3-2.
Stieber takes a 3-2 lead in the second period.
Maple a loss to Montel Marion last year, was able to wrestle back, beat Michael Mangrum, then lost to Boris Novachkov. Ended up with fourth place and an All-American nod a year ago, his second this year.
Maple doing a great job of keeping his weight. He commits so much to the forward. He's always forward. He's either clawing, half Nelson, but he's always putting the pressure on the front part of Oogie there. And it's just so hard for Oogie from a standpoint of just the effort that it takes to keep from being turned. And so very, very wearing situation, and Oogie wasn't able to get out.
First period, Oogie spent a lot of time being ridden by Maple. How much does that wear you out when you're only through one period? Now you have to go to the second and try to keep Maple down. He's nearly got an escape.
That was huge for Maple there, just to ride him out the period, drain out that clock a little bit. And also, he ended the period 2-0 instead of getting that one escape. On top of that, he just got his own escape. He's up 3-0 now with the riding time. It's a huge difference there. It kind of gives him a little bit of space to relax a little bit, kind of change his game plan up and just drain the clock out a little more if he wants.
Ugi is from Mongolia. He's a redshirt freshman. Part of the Mongolian national team. He's a junior national champion.
What's impressive about Ugi is that he has become, you know, good at the folk style, collegiate style here in America so soon, because that's not what he was wrestling and training as the Mongolian national team.
Only 2 years ago he started wrestling folk style.
And a stalling warning on that number 1.
Anthony talked to me a little bit about that changing of styles. I know we've kind of dove into it a little bit, but going from one style, Greco and freestyle, to going to folk style. Talk to me a little bit about that. What's the difficulties there?
That's a huge difference just in terms of balance and being able to scramble different positions, and it often takes a while just to be able to adjust, especially in 2 years. That's really unheard of, and Ugi's still in this match. He's 3-0 right now, but he's wrestling really well.
A good match in the upper left as well. They're coming down to the end of the second period. Hunter Stieber up by 1. Port has the riding time, though, in that match. We're essentially a tie score right now if you were to give Port that extra point for riding time. And now Stieber is going to have an opportunity to cut into that with Port on the bottom.
You see Maple there wrestling smart. He's got his back to the edge of the mat. He's tying up those hands of Ugi. It seems like he's slowed down his offense a little bit, but he's just draining out the rest of the clock. He's got a nice comfort zone right there. Nice cushion with those points.
See Port trying to cut into that riding time, but Stieber with the escape point. The riding time still a factor.
Edinburgh's second semifinalist. Tim Flynn does a great job at Edinburgh. And Port here with the riding time.
Minute 9 of riding time right now. So he's got that advantage. Stieber trying to be aggressive. Good sprawl there by Port.
From this tie position, Stieber's really got a nice shrug to that right side. So if I'm Port, I'm really watching out for that when I'm tying out. You got to respect it. As time's running out, Stieber's got to get that takedown.
A really good defensive sequence there for Port. Once again, denying Stieber. You see the stall warning called. It's against Ports. And right at the edge of the mat, so they're going to go out of bounds. Again, Port has the riding time point right now. Stieber's got to be aggressive. The #1 seed on the ropes here.
Well, Tim Flynn just gave Port the sign. You've got to step forward. You cannot give up the stall call.
He has never beaten Stieber. Huge opportunity for Mitchell Port here. 7 seconds left. Denying Stieber. And Stieber will be denied. Mitchell Port of Edinburgh is headed to the national finals.
Number 3, as the 4th seed makes the final for Edinburgh. Mitchell Port to the final.
So that 2-decade-plus long streak will remain intact. Hunter Stieber will be denied his trip to the national final. His brother Logan is in. Meanwhile, back on mat number 4, this is Maple and Ugi Kishinyam of the Citadel, first ever semifinalist in Citadel history.
Well, Maple has answered every chance that Ugi has tried to attack with. Maple's been dropping in just at the right time. He does receive a stall warning, but it's only the first one. Maple very calculated, scored early, and has really done a nice job of managing this match.
Got the riding time point as well. Guys like Kishignum, guys like Nishan Garrett of Cornell. These are going to be some of the fun stories that have come out of this national championships over the last 2 days plus. Kendrick Maple, the redshirt junior, lost in the semifinals last year. This time he's able to get to the national final, and he will be the high seed.
Oklahoma's Kendrick Maple to the final.
Mitchell Port gets his first career win against Hunter Stieber, and it's the first loss for Hunter since he lost to Mangrum last year in the NCAA championships. Kendrick Maple is into the finals to take on Mitchell Port. That is your 141-pound national final. Meanwhile, Jordan Oliver was denied in the 133-pound final a year ago. He has moved up 2 weight classes. He's undefeated. He'll take on Steve Santos of Columbia next.
Making cars moves us. What moves you? Statistics mark our heroes.